Hey, let's see if we can get this thing back in. I love this winch. Tell you what, man, it is really gonna be helpful. We got stuff I need to pull in. Look at that thing go. Come to me, buddy. Yeah, we'll get her in here. All right, we're sitting back inside. Yeah. Get her straightened up, lined up over my lift, and go get the engine hoist up here. Yeah. You know, I pressure washed all this. All this looks pretty clean. The firewall, everything looks pretty good. Don't look bad. But evidently, I didn't spray my pressure washer wand up in there at all. That is some kind of nasty. I may pull this back out to the end right here and just spray that real good. I'm gonna coat it with some brake cleaner and see how it might wipe out good enough. We'll see. I'll let it soak a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, as old Jerry Cloud would say, I'm gonna get up in here amongst it and get down in here. Oh, hopefully I don't hurt nothing. Yeah, I can just get right in here. Like so. Turn my shorts down in here. See what I can do. Got me a pan down in here. So you can see it seals, I'm sure, bad. That's where all that grease and oil is coming from. Well, I drained the gear oil out of the transmission and I've took this cover off right here. You seen how nasty the inside of this bell housing was? So it was probably losing a little oil in here. So I took this off, going to change the seal while we got everything apart, and going to, of course, change the throw-up bearing too. And I ordered a clutch. And when I got a new flywheel, I got a kit with everything in it: clutch, flywheel, throw-up bearing. So while we're doing this, might as well put everything in here, and hopefully we won't have to worry about it. Clean this guy up a little bit right here. Well, what about the seal out? Got her in my water come out. Got her in my vise here. There we go. Yeah. We'll see if my local parts store has a seal right here. And the gasket go around here. Let's go check and see. I dropped by this morning, give me a seal and gasket for this, and they asked me which transmission it was. They said they list about 6 different ones. So, does anybody know from looking what that is? So I was trying to figure out what transmission's in here, and I think somebody says the last digits right here is the transmission, W56. I think that sounds familiar. I think that was one of the options. W56 must be my transmission. Let's see if I can knock that bearing off of there. Let's see what happens here. That, this, and hammer away. Well, I got her hammered off there. Yeah. So hopefully the one I have fits out. This would not turn at all. This was seized up. I mean, it would not turn at all. Had me some big pieces of brass, so I just used my vise to press this new bearing on right here. Yeah, it works like a charm. Got it up on the engine stand here, on the engine stand. I got it raised up with a hoist right here. I'm gonna put this rear main seal on here. I'm gonna put this on here, and then I may actually put it back on the stand, roll it over to put my pan on. I figured I better put this on first and then put my pan on. I assume that's part of what you guys do. Hey, we're going to use the old bread trick. So we're going to knock this rear pilot iron out of here. I got way under too much bread to start with. See how far that is back, and hopefully here in a minute, as I keep hammering that bread up in there, you start seeing that come out. So if you look, it's just starting to move. What it's gonna do now is it starts pushing that bread in behind that bearing, pushes it out. Just keep hitting that bolt, cramming the bread in there, it'll come out. And we did it. That much left of an end piece. Sorry for all you people that love the end piece. That's all we got left. There's our new bearing. If I was you, and I'm gonna do it, just to be positive, make sure this goes on the end of your input shaft there. So I'm gonna do that, and also I'm gonna get my clutch, make sure the spline is right on that clutch, because you never know. So make sure that it still slides on. Just like that. You don't want to go home. I think it will. Might have to take a little sandpaper to it, but that's what I'm saying. If you don't make sure that slides on free, you try to put that motor in, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Let's get you a little fine sandpaper here. Clean that rust off. Just remember, this thing's set for quite a while, waiting on me. Waiting on me. So I'm gonna sand it just a little bit and make sure that bearing goes on there nice and easy. So I don't want to struggle sliding this motor in here. See what we got now. Still a little snug. Oh, there she goes. It's gonna find the right spot. Still kind of snug though. Might sand on a little bit more. Oh, there it goes. Got her on there now. I actually think the may have been a little place on the outer edge here. Feels like find you a socket that fits your bearing good. Drive her home. Never try to drive on the inside of one of these bearings. You want to drive on the outer ring right here. So, got her in there. It's like it's recessed about the same as what the other one was. Still turns. There you go. Where's my bolts? Hey, do y'all remember the first video on this, putting this motor together? I was so proud because I labeled everything. And I said, I wonder where my rear main seal bolts are. And they were laying right here. Oh, never mind. Never mind. They're still laying there. Overlooked them. All right. Now we put this plate on. Don't forget this plate. I've seen couple of people say they put their flywheel and clutch on and got this plate. And I saved this. This is a low head bolt. And that goes in here so that it don't hit your flywheel. Yeah, can't believe I saved that, but it sure did. Once again, I labeled all my stuff when I was taking it apart, and I'm glad I did. It's not great handwriting, okay? Don't pick at me about my handwriting, but I know that's probably flywheel and clutch. So I'm glad I did that. Always clean your clutch and your flywheel. In case you got any grease on them. Already cleaned the flywheel off. Yeah. There's a reason why I call it slowshedgarage. Yeah. Yep, slowshedgarage. Here's my clutch disc. Now just because that fits your lineup tool don't mean that it's the same as this, but it should be. But let's make sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah, fits the splines. So just make sure they haven't sent you something that don't match. Got the flywheel and clutch installed. Hopefully they'll line up good. Won't have any issues. Put a Loctite on my bolts and torque them down. And yeah, that is a Clutch Max. Hey, I found out if I don't remember where some things go, I just watched this guy right here. It's a slowshedgarage. Disassemble this motor. And I can say, oh yeah, I remember where that goes now.
Do that.
See there?
It's it.
Got me a little cleanup station. Sit here. I'm trying to clean up some parts. Get all the lower stuff put on before I actually put it into the 4Runner. Luckily, I think I've took a lot of good pictures. Shows where things go, because I don't remember. I just don't remember. You know, some stuff's pretty obvious, and then other stuff's kind of, you know, I don't exactly remember. So anyhow, I'm gonna kind of look at these pictures and get my motor mounts and stuff on, and then set her in there. This is the head that came off of my engine, and I guess I'm gonna put these hooks right here on the new head. I'm not crazy about lifting the motor up from aluminum head, but apparently that's what they're designed for. So, and if I do that, then I can unbolt down here, because my lower, let's see, over here, the lower, the engine mount that goes here back to the transmission goes here. So I can undo that and put the hooks in the head. I pulled this engine out using these hooks. That's all the bolts that's in the head pulling the engine out. That was all the bolts that's in there. Yeah, it just don't like that. So this bolt right here, that's the one that was in that hook. this longer bolt right here doesn't bottom out. So that gives me a lot more threads. I'm gonna use that longer bolt. And I still may not use this hook. Sorry about my hand right here. So it gives me a lot more threads. I still may not use this hook to install its motor. I may just keep it where it's at and then put that mount on down there or the other side after I get it in place. But I'm going to change that bolt because, I mean, I feel like if you put this thing in there on that little short threaded bolt right there and get her pulling and jerking on that head, you might would actually pull the threads out or possibly break that end of that head off right there. So just try to think about the next guy, because the next guy, if he uses this, he'll probably be fine maybe. I'm having to modify both of these brackets a little bit because these heads are a little different. This one won't bottom out. That won't bottom out all the way. So I'm going to grind a little bit off the end of this, maybe a little bit off that angle right there. And the other one over there, I had to grind off the side a bit because this step on his head here, the other one didn't really even have a step. It come way back there. So I had to grind off that bracket there. Well, as always, I kind of had to stop and go do some other things. I had somebody want to buy a part and go to UPS and get them a shipping quote, but whatever this is, put that on the back of the head, just pipe on. Got my motor mounts on. This bracket, that's for the, what is that for, alternator? I think it's for the alternator. Not sure. A little bit at a time. Kind of like that little cart that I got right there. I can actually push this if I want to have some support. Let that sit right on the cart, roll with it. Take it where I want to go. So you don't have that swinging back and forth of your engine. Huh. First time I ever did that. Let's get over there a little closer. Yeah, cart rolled right there with it. I'll jack the transmission up till it's hitting the firewall or hitting the floor pan. Look here. Yeah, I don't have my exhaust manifold on the block. I may have wished I did, I don't know. It should go on fine. Okay, so we can set it up in here. This is usually the most nerve-wracking point of putting the engine in. Luckily, it seems like this hoist is rolling pretty good. As soon as you get it kind of past the red course port, always start going down. Because the higher it is to fall, the more damage it'll do. Know what I mean? Yeah. The higher the fall, the more damage. What am I doing with that big old long bolt still back there? That's what I used when I was torquing the clutch and flywheel, the big bolt. I'd be just saying, what in the world? Why would this thing go back? I got a big 3-inch long bolt sticking in the back of this thing. It's kind of at this point where you're thinking, did I do everything right? Did I torque my balancer bolt? Did I put the bushing in the rear crank? Did I... All this stuff going through your head. You guys know. It's going down a little bit. I'm kind of a one-man gang here. Little honey, she's gone shopping. I could at least have her here kind of watching for me. Let's see what I'm hooking on here. The plate cleared the exhaust. It's out of the way. I don't have nothing. Oh, I was hooking my throttle cable. I wasn't doing that. This would have been another big problem. Don't let me do that for. Got my line pin in there. Oh, look at that. Boy, I just started pushing back there in there. I'd have felt mighty silly. Feel a little bit silly now. Okay, let's go. Actually, I can see that, well, so the back of my motor is low to my input shaft, but you know, it's easy to raise up. So I'm gonna go down a little more and back. I got my air conditioner right here. Man, guys, it felt really good. Felt really good. I think the pin, the pilot pin, is lined up, and it looks like I'm pretty even both sides. What I'm gonna do is give me a couple of bolts and get them started while it's in a good looking place right there, and then so I'm pushed on back. It may push on back right there, but I'm just going to start with a couple of bolts. Looks good. Looks like I got plenty of help. Yeah, plenty of help. But y'all was saying, when's you going to stick a valve cover on that thing to protect them rock arms and stuff and keep from dropping something down in the head, through the head? Well, I finally stuck a valve cover on there. It's not the one that come on it, but it's actually cleaner than the one I have. So I'm probably going to stop for tonight. Well, no, I'm going to tighten these motor mount bolts up. This was kind of hateful to get my motor mount bolts in. This side, of course, went in easy. The other side was way up in the air. So I undid my chain over here, raised this side up a little bit, get that to go down, then use me a pry bar to kind of prise it down to get my bolts in there. But, you know, actually it looks like the motor is sitting crooked. It's leaning yonder way. It is a little bit. Well, I ain't worried about it. Alright, yeah, I'm going to tighten them motor mount bolts. I can actually try to prise, while it's loose, try to prise the side back up a little. And it might level that engine out. I don't see that it would matter anything, but I don't like it being skewed like that. I don't like it. I'm going to see if I can pitch that motor back the other way. Raise up over there a little bit. Maybe it'll give me a pry bar, because it is leaning. All right, that's straighter. No, it ain't. Oh well. I think the motor torques that way, so that way the motor torques like that, I think. Let's see. I don't know, it just looks Japanese. I don't know which way it torques.